Okay, let's look at this. Quadratic function, fungsi quadratic, and they already highlighted the keyword very clearly, julat. You know this very well. Julat always brings out a very famous word in English. We call julat as range. So what does this two bring out for us? It brings out a standard formula. A formula which happens with only one condition. Satu syarat untuk formula ini berfungsi. The syarat ini pastikan the quadratic part is a positive. This is the syarat for the formula to function. First step. So if it is a positive, how does the formula function? Let's say I have a bar. Let's say I call this A and this are B. Both are called the punca, the roots of the quadratic. Both A and B are called the roots atau dalam bahasa Malaysia punca of the quadratic. So, bagaimanakah ini menolong dari segi mendapatkan julat? How does it help us to get the range? Please take note, in between the A and B is called negative, meaning we call this a place where it is less than 0. This is the place where we call it a less than 0. So how do I write the range when the answer is at the less than 0? If the answer is at the less than 0, the way we write the answer is we combine both the answer. That means my answer is between A and B. Okay? Now, what we do, the other one is, we look at the outer region. The outer region is called the more than 0. We call it the more than 0. So what do you mean by the keyword of more than 0? So more than 0 is called positive. So how do I write the answer for more than 0? We divide atau pecahkan jawapan kepada dua. One is called as less than A kerana ianya menghala ke sebelah kiri, comma X more than B di mana ianya menghala ke sebelah kanan. So this is the first thing that you need to know in order for us to solve the question. So if I look according to the formula, so for this question, when I expand, this is going to be x squared plus x. You move the 2 to the other side because it has to be either lebih kecil dari kosong atau lebih besar dari kosong. If kalau saya nak cari julat. So I got it less than, both to the other side, minus 2 less than 0. Then simple factorization that you know very well. You all of us know this very well, or you can press the calculator if you want. So you're going to get plus 2 minus 1. So when I solve this, there are two answers. One is called x is equal to 1. The other one is called x equal to negative 2. So straight away, I bring the bar and I look at the place where they want me to find the range. All of us know this very well. Ini dikenali sebagai kawasan kurang dari kosong, less than 0. So less than 0 definitely should be kawasan di antara. So as I told you just now, when I showed the formula, I showed very clearly this is called the roots. So if I look at it in the roots, I know the smaller one is here, negative 2 and 1. So how do I write the answer if my answer is di antara ini? So the answer would be x di antara 1 and negative 2. This is how we write the answer. The same solution method is being applied for B. Negative 3, 1 minus 2x more than equal to x. First step, I bring it up. So when I bring this up, this is going to be x kurungan 1 minus 2x. Okay, open the bracket. You're going to get x minus 2x squared minus 3. Okay, as I told you, remember the formula only berfungsi apabila the quadratic is positive. So if you check very clearly, it is not a positive, it is a negative. So what are we going to do? We're going to move everything to the left. So when I move everything to the left, this is going to be 2x squared minus x minus 3 more than equal to 0. So once I have done that, so now I may now apply my factorization into the picture. Or you can press the calculator if you want, no problem. You will still get the same answer. There are two answers for this. One is 3 over 2. The other one is negative 1. I think all of us know this is called the roots. So when I draw the we call it the palang, right? So negative 1 is the smaller one, 3 over 2 is the bigger one, and my answer you can see very clearly compared to the one in A, this is more than 0. This is what we call as more than 0. So if it is more than 0, it will be positive, the sides of this. So how do I write the answer? As I told you, if it is at the side, one will be x less than equal to negative 1 comma x more than equal to 3 over 2. This is how we get the answer.